Have you ever wondered what makes Erling Haaland an absolute nightmare for any defender on earth? He stands at 6 feet 4 inches, weighs nearly 200 pounds, and yet he clocks a top speed of over 22 miles per hour. He runs like an Olympic sprinter, but possesses the raw strength to shrug off defenders as if they were made of paper. But here's the secret most people don't know. Haaland wasn't born a genetic monster. Back when he was 15 years old, Erling was a tall, skinny kid. So skinny that his coaches at Molde were genuinely worried about his joints. His upper body couldn't handle his sudden growth spurt. He grew almost 5 inches in a single year and looked more like a fragile skyscraper than a future Terminator. So how did a gangly teenager transform into the most athletic striker in modern sports? And more importantly, how can you use his principles to build explosive speed, powerful legs, and a bulletproof athletic physique, even if you train in a regular gym? Today, we're breaking down the science of Haaland's athleticism and building a step-by-step training framework you can start applying tomorrow. Let's get into it. Before we dive into the exercises, let's bust a major myth. A lot of people think Haaland is just a genetic lottery winner. Sure, his dad was a professional footballer and his mother was a national heptathlon champion. In fact, when Erling was just 5 years old, he achieved a standing long jump of 1.63 meters, which is still a standing world record for that age group. But did that guarantee his success as an adult? Absolutely not. When he joined Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Molde as a 16-year-old, the coaching staff gave him a reality check. If he didn't build a strong muscular frame to protect his spine and joints, his knees would crumble under the force of his own speed. Over the next 15 months, under strict sports science supervision, Haaland put on over 26 pounds of pure muscle. And here's the kicker, he didn't lose a single fraction of his speed. In fact, he got faster. How? Because Haaland doesn't train for show muscles like a bodybuilder. He trains neuromuscular drive, tendon stiffness, and rate of force development. The first pillar of our Haaland-inspired protocol is plyometrics and explosive power. Haaland's muscles work like heavy-duty springs. When he sprints, his tendons store elastic energy and release it instantly. If you only do slow, heavy back squats, you'll get stronger, but you won't get faster. Speed requires fast nervous system recruitment. Here are the 3 key exercises you need to integrate into your routine. Box jumps with maximum intent. Forget doing 20 lazy reps. Do 3 to 4 sets of 3 to 5 reps, but treat every single jump like a 100-meter dash. Jump as high and as fast as humanly possible, resting 2 full minutes between sets so your central nervous system recovers. Standing broad jumps. Taking inspiration from Haaland's childhood record. This teaches your glutes and hamstrings to project force horizontally, which is identical to how you accelerate on a pitch or track. Alternating split squat jumps. This builds single leg power and knee stability. In real sports, you rarely push off with 2 feet. You accelerate 1 leg at a time. The golden rule for this section, quality and speed over fatigue. You should feel fresh, not exhausted after plyometrics. Pillar number 2 is functional strength inside the gym. A lot of athletes avoid lifting heavy because they fear getting stiff or bulky. Haaland proves otherwise. His upper body strength is what allows him to hold off center backs effortlessly. To build this armor, base your gym work around compound movements, focusing on the eccentric, lowering, and concentric, exploding phases. Romanian deadlifts and single leg RDLs. The posterior chain, your glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, is your primary motor for sprinting. Haaland places massive emphasis on hamstring strength to protect against pulls during high-speed deceleration. Bulgarian split squats. This forces each leg to carry its own weight, fixing muscle imbalances and building deep hip stability. Weighted pull-ups and heavy overhead presses. Upper body balance matters. Pushing and pulling strength keeps your core stable when sprinting or colliding with opponents. Remember, lifting doesn't make you stiff, lacking mobility does. Haaland pairs every heavy lifting session with dynamic hip and ankle mobility work. You can train like a freak, but if you don't recover, your body will break down. This is where Erling Haaland transforms into a true biohacker. His off-field routine is legendary. Here are 3 recovery habits you can steal from him today. Blue light blocking glasses. 2 hours before bed, Haaland wears amber-tinted glasses to block artificial screen light. This optimizes his natural melatonin production for deep restorative sleep. Contrast therapy and cold plunges. Post-match, he utilizes cryotherapy to flush out inflammation and speed up muscular repair. At home, you can replicate this with a simple cold shower finish. Morning sunlight and grounding. First thing in the morning, Haaland gets direct sunlight in his eyes to set his circadian rhythm and boost energy levels naturally. So how do you structure all of this into a weekly routine? Here is your starter framework. 2 days a week, explosive plyometrics and speed work. Do this before your workouts or on a pitch when you are fully fresh. 2 days a week, functional gym strength. Focus on RDLs, split squats, and core stability. Every single day, 8 hours of quality sleep, daily mobility work, and real, dense nutrients. Becoming an elite athlete isn't about one magic workout. It's about doing the simple things with extreme consistency. Drop a comment below letting me know which exercise you're adding to your routine first. And don't forget to subscribe to Budmo Sports for more deep dive athletic breakdowns. Train smart, stay powerful, and I'll see you in the next video.